3, 2.
I'm Traren Cruz. I'm the chair of the Green Party of. I'm Traren Cruz.
Loud.
I'm Traren Cruz. I'm the chair of the Green Party of Minnesota, and I'm excited that we have 2 candidates running for office: Lisa Neal Delgado in 59B and Josh Schoeneman in Ward 6. Just really excited about that, and we're excited about the changes that the opportunity we have to make changes due to this George Floyd rebellion and COVID-19.
What made you get into politics?
I was actually running an independent record label before I got into politics. So a friend of mine had tapped me to be his campaign manager to use those. He told me those skills that I have could be used in politics. So that's how I got involved. His name was Marcus Walker. He was running against Sandy Pappas. And what made that experience showed me what the Democrat Party does sometimes here in Minnesota to people, where she handed out literature that had the wrong day to vote on it in the black community. It was a Monday. The voting was Tuesday, but she put Monday on the flyer, and they handed those flyers out in the Rondo area, and that just made me very angry. And that's when I decided if I was going to be involved in politics, that I would be an independent, and then the Green Party's platform matched up with my values, so I became Green.
Was it an honest mistake? Did she correct it when she became aware of it, or did she?
They never corrected it. We put it on the internet and everything. It was never corrected. It was actually even a picture of her standing with Barack Obama, and they were having a cocktail or something. It was kind of strange, very strange.
Okay. So, as a member of the Green Party, what are your goals for Minneapolis, the Minnesota, and the nation?
Well, at the nation, I think because of COVID-19, there needs to be health care for all. We need to find a really comprehensive way to do that. COVID-19, I think anything we talk about, we have to realize that we are in a global pandemic. So I think that gets lost in these conversations. So poor people, people of color, black people specifically, are being harmed by COVID-19. And I think we have to put more resources in that to stop that dynamic. And the Green Party has the platform that's prepared for that. So we support universal basic income, where there should be like $2,000 a month to every citizen. Some people can't go to work. People are having problems with their bills, so that extra $2,000 a month will be really helpful for that. Medicare for all. We're seeing people who are dying because of COVID-19, can't get tested or can't get the treatment that they need. Again, the Green Party platform calls for Medicare for all. We called for it before Bernie, before the squad, the Green New Deal.
I know, I'm loving the $600 a week.
Yeah, we need it though, but it makes a difference though.
Yeah.
People need that, and I think it helps our economy. And I think Trump and Steve Mnuchin, that could be the nail in the coffin for his re-election bid. I've seen one guy, just for example, we were petitioning at the liquor store, and he got out and he had a Trump hat on, and he was excited, and I tried to persuade him to join the Green Party. He said, "Trump just paid my rent, I'm voting." I was like, so I think that, and it wasn't just the fact, it was just the fact that he was able to have his bills paid and get help,
right,
and things like that. So I think we should always have that, that we should have that type of, that we should come with that. So Medicare for all, universal basic income, like you're just talking about, we also support free vocational, free college. These are things that we believed in before COVID-19, but COVID-19 is showing the world that the Green Party has the policy solutions for the COVID-19 era.
How do you, so you're talking about like Trump people, you got people on the left, Democrats I think are kind of in the middle. How would you compromise with them? See, one of the ideas I had is you go from household income on benefits to individual. So like, say you got a single mother with kids, she can live with somebody, male, female, doesn't matter, but that person's income doesn't count against hers, now you're getting more people onto the system. You get more people in a house with more money. That expands the assistance pool, and then you up the rate so that you can take that raise and take that second job and not have to lie, because right now it's set so low. Also, if you work with somebody with a job, you can't get benefits, and that would be some type of a compromise position, because the Republicans are over here, the Democrats are here, and there's a ton of people down here that if I live with somebody that's making 40 grand and I'm making 20, I'm over the limits, I'm off.
Well, that's why UBI doesn't care. It's universal basic income. So universal meaning whether you're rich, whether you're poor, whether you have kids, whether you don't have kids. We believe everybody should get $200 to $2,400 a month. And then that even being able to go to a job, to get to a job, you need transportation costs. You need to be able to get on the bus. There's people, so in St. Paul, it might be better now, but there was a time recently in St. Paul where we had fewer jobs than we did in the year 2000. So that means if you live in St. Paul, you have to drive out to Brooklyn Park, Brooklyn Center, Carver County even sometimes to work. So if that's the case, then there needs to be transportation costs that cover that, or just certain expenses. So that's why we believe that universal basic income is a key component for everyone. We also are the only party in America that supports full and complete reparations for foundational Black Americans. And it's not just, we want direct cash payments, but it's not just direct cash payments. There's a medical component, there's an educational component, there's a housing component. Also, the Green Party calls for defunding. Before defund the police, the Green Party called for demilitarizing the police. So there's a 1033 grant program that sells weapons from the Pentagon to local police departments, and we don't feel like our local police departments should be that militarized force in our community. So we support ending the 1033 grant program that came out of Joe Biden's 1994 crime bill, was implemented at the local level by governors, Democrat governors, Republican governors, and also people like Amy Klobuchar here in Minnesota.
What's your position on no-knock warrants?
Those need to end right away. Shout out to Breonna Taylor and her family. What happened to Breonna Taylor is very tragic, and we want things like that to never happen again. So I definitely believe in no-knock warrants. Also, I lived upstairs from somebody a few years ago who had a warrant, and the police came in and had me at gunpoint, how we were right now, and I had to have my hands in the air, and I couldn't get to my
ID.
Yeah, so he's like, open the door. I was like, it's in the dresser. He said, okay, get it, but don't open the dresser. So I'm having to do all this with my hands up, with like 4 guns in my face, and I just woke up and I don't know what's going on, and I'm not the person they're looking for. So
they got me when I was 12. So the Hells Angels lived across the street. They raided them, and the neighbor was growing some weed in the backyard. They came in with 17 squad cars. I'm 12 years old. The neighbor passed the joint to me. Said, "I'm gonna get the door." I turned around. Somebody in the window. I'm like, "What the?" Turned around. There were 6 guns in the living room. I flicked that joint. He literally caught the cherry in the air and said, "What's this?" I went, "I don't know, tobacco." He pistol whipped me down to the rib, and I did one day at jiu-jitsu, and the dude showed me how to take a gun from somebody. I went to take the gun, and they're undercover. They look like bikers. I went to take the gun. The other guys go, "Do it, and you're dead."
Right.
At which point, I kind of elbowed in the teeth, put me on the couch, and then they identified themselves as cops. I'm like, all right, all over some homegrown in the backyard.
And those are traumatizing experiences that people should never have to go through. So yeah, I'm totally against no-knock warrants.
So are you running for anything?
Nope, I'm just trying to help organize, get the Green Party of Minnesota to be a very a major political party. Right now the Twin Cities is a 1-party town, so we want to make it a 2-party town, and those 2 parties will be the Green Party, and we want to make it a green town. So that's what we're working on, in a green state eventually.
Gotcha. Website, how can people help? Where do they donate? What do they do?
Go to the mngreens.org and click on donate, and then if you donate you can pick the PRC political refund program where you can get 50. If you donate $50, you'll get it back. So it's kind of like giving us a loan, and the state will pay you back. So
Okay.
that's mngreens.org. Donate.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time. You have a great day. Thank you for getting out here and working.
All right, no problem. Hey, thanks for coming out, man.